Hi, Dr. Tim Turlip here. Welcome to another edition of 5 Minutes to Vitality. And this week, I want to review a little bit of a piece of research that was released last month in the American Journal of Public Health. And it really brings up a question that I think all of us would have to answer to the absolute affirmative. And is that, would you like to reduce your risk of dying by 50%? And that's what this article absolutely answered. And that one critical component of that, remarkably, is the level of vitamin D that we have in our blood. The researchers from the University of California in San Diego at the medical school there, went back and they did a fancy thing called a meta-analysis, which just is a retrospective of about 32 studies over 40 or 45 years, 600,000 people, 13 countries, a lot of detail. But what they looked at was vitamin D supplementation, the level of vitamin D that created in the blood, and the risk of death from anything. Now that's referred to as all-cause mortality. And what we found was in this review of all of these people and all of this data was that people who had a vitamin D level in their blood of 30 nanograms per milliliter reduced their risk of dying from all causes by 50%. Amazing, right? So what we want to make sure that we're looking at, what the takeaway from this is it isn't how much vitamin D supplementation we're taking. It isn't that we're taking some. It's what's circulating in our blood. This study actually verified with the Institute of Medicine, which is a rather august body of physicians and researchers, had stated about 3 years ago where they looked at it and said, well, at 20 nanograms per milliliter, there's a risk of problem. But they were looking only at bone disease. And so they had indicated that at 20 nanograms per milliliter, that we were in danger of bone disease, etc. So this echoes that, but it takes it, wow, does it take it to the next step further? And says that if you want to reduce your risk of dying from heart attack, cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, complications from diabetes, all of those sorts of things, 50% reduction in the risk of dying by optimizing vitamin D in the blood. So that's really kind of critical. Now, you can get more detail and more filler on this on our website, drturlip.com, drterlep.com. In our blog section, there's actually it's a fairly detailed analysis of this research. You can get more data on it. But if we need to get that looked at for you as well, here at the office, we do the blood test. It's very quick, it's very easy, it's very inexpensive. Just call the team and they'll get it scheduled for you, no problem. Or we can get you to a physician who actually knows about vitamin D supplementation, optimizing in the blood. And it's important, so we just want to make sure we get that done for you. Because if the question is asked, do you want to reduce your risk of dying by 50%? I think the answer is yes. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.